the games that went with the person who liked that style the most. So they gave, like, action games or, like, strategy military games to a guy named Major Mike. And they gave horror games to Scary Larry, I think they called him. But, like, that makes sense, right? Like, if you were like, hey, the new Persona 6 is out. In this room, who would review it, me or Trev?
Yeah, it's like you're not going to get it to Dude Bro Dave.
Right. But, like, the crazy thing is, like, a lot of IGN and stuff like that will literally do that. They'll have someone who will be like, no, I just want to let you know that I really find Persona games to be problematic, but that being said, here's my take on it. It's like, no, you get, like, an Atlas fanboy and be like, or at least someone who likes games like that, and you're like, hey, will you review Persona? It's like, yes. I just find that to be, like, something that they did 20, 25, 30 years ago, and I don't understand why they, like the infamous one of the guy. By the way, I showed this to Ferris, and he didn't believe me till I showed him. But the guy who infamously kept messing up on the Cuphead tutorial, yeah. And I told Ferris, and he was like, nah. And I showed him the video. I'm like, this is from a review, and he was like, you got to be kidding me, right? It's like, a person who sucks that much at games like that, why would you be like, hey, can you record and review this? Like, it's just so stupid. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, the new Madden's out. Yo, Trev, will you review this? That's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Just like I wouldn't review Persona, I wouldn't review some RTS game. You would give me the new Silent Hill game and be like, what do you think? You know? Or some... I guess what else would I... Like, some really crappy indie game you'd give to me and be like, how does it compare to other really crappy indie games? And I'd be like, well, let me tell you.
I'm gonna make Spencer a review of, what's, like, the worst possible thing for you? I guess, like, some sort of, like, visual novel or something. Review this.
Oh, because that I could just press A the whole way through.
Yeah, but you'd have to read it.
Yeah, that's true. What about,
especially
like,
if it was, like a visual novel for girls. It's like, good luck.
What about a retrospective on Xenosaga 1 through 3?
Oh man, that'd be... Xenoblade, like, all the Xenoblade games are like 100-hour long anime fest. It's like, good luck. Even I can't stomach it.
I would be like... Because
the combat in Xenoblade sucks. I'm sorry, Xenoblade fans. I know everyone's watching right now. Your game's combat sucks! I
would be like, pink-haired girl falls in love with blue-haired guy, and... I gave up 20 hours in. I couldn't do it anymore. I'm sorry.
Spencer started playing Doki Doki Literature Club.
I'm still going through it. I played it twice. I'm like 2-3 hours in. It can't be that long of a game, right?
I think it's pretty short.
Okay. But I'm also trying not to just sit there and mash A. I'm trying to actually, you know, go through it. And I know, I guess the negative is I know that there's a huge twist. And it's, like, very mature rated. Although the game itself gives it away, because when you start the game up, it's like, this is not meant for kids. And then you start it up, like,
yeah, and, like,
you press start, and it says, it's not meant for kids. It tells you twice in 30 seconds, this game's not meant for kids.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Shield your virgin eyes.
It's Ogre. Was that Pepe with Bunny Mask?
Yeah, that's a modifier to make... So I can equip, like, Bunny Hood immediately out of a mask transformation. Which is something actually Majora's Mask 3D added as, like, a quality of life thing, which is a good thing.
That is cool.
Doing this with modified speed, it just does not work.
I have one that's even better, like, even more than, like, some random long RPG, because at least I like RPG mechanics. I just don't... The length is what is tough for me. Alright. You know those Koei games on Super Nintendo that we, like, do Let's Tries for? Like, if they made something like that nowadays, like PTO or, like, Nobunaga's Ambition and stuff like that, if they made, like, a 2025 version, I'd be like, cannot even look at the menus. Like, whatever the most complicated thing like that is would be the worst for me to review. And we kind of say that when we do Let's Tries, we're like, okay, neither of us know or like these games much, so we just want to show it off and show what the game is. I apologize ahead of time. And for the most part, people aren't like, what?
Forgive me, Sensei.
You didn't immediately beat it? Are you kidding me? He also sounds like J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man.
Oh my god, that looked weird as crap.
I need pictures of Spider-Man! We all need pictures of Spider-Man. But, like, when you get up there, how are you supposed to know that you have to come back down here? I mean, I guess there's no other place to go.
Be a smart boy.
Well, would smart boys run out of magic? Oh. Aha.
They, like, intentionally give you pots, like, every room.
When do you get double magic?
It's the straight fairy reward of this dungeon.
Oh, okay.
But that does mean that, like, I would imagine that most people probably don't get it. Because the stray fairies outside of the first dungeon are pretty involved.
Well, even that one you just did where you had to use the Lens of Truth. Like, anytime you have to use Lens of Truth to get to a fairy, you have to be like, I wonder if in this room I would use the Lens of Truth anywhere. That's kind of brutal.
Brutal.
Brutal. Now, if they came out with a new Guitar Hero or Rock Band, then both me and Trev can do the review on it. That's fine. We would be fine on that. I would be like, is it as bad as Guitar Hero Van Halen? No. Okay, it's not the worst one in the series.
Wrong place.
Did they actually try a little bit? Okay. I can't believe we're getting another Silent Hill game this year. It's only like 3 months away. Like that. I purposefully haven't looked anything of it up, but it's like Japanese Silent Hill, and I'm like, okay. I mean, it's literally a Japan-based company, so makes sense to me. I'm curious how it sits in with normal Silent Hill.
I don't think this is going to mean anything to you, but I think the writer behind it made Higurashi, which is kind of well-liked and well-regarded.
Okay.
So hopefully it's good.
Is Higurashi a game or an anime?
It's originally a visual novel and then it became an anime.
Okay.
It's like a horror anime.
Okay, cool. Why have they never, crap, what's his name? The guy who writes the horror manga, the most famous one.
Junji Ito.
Is he still alive?
I think so.
Why have they never had him be like, hey, Mr. Ito, will you write a video game and we'll make it?
I don't know.
Surprising.
This is a contrarian thing, but I'm not the biggest fan of his works, because, like, he is mostly, like, visual horror.
Yeah.
And, like, it kind of goes into the vein of, like, I don't like gross-out stuff, either gross-out humor or gross-out horror. And, like, his most famous work is Spirals, which is mostly just, like, making it, like, body horror based on, like, spiral patterns, which is, like, interesting, but it's just not my cup of tea. Wow,
That's fair. I like some of the longer stories because they're a little bit more
especially the one where I don't know what short story it is, but it's the one about oil. And like there's a panel of like the guy pushing his face together, like he's puckering his face, I guess. And he's just like dripping oil on the main character, and it's just so gross. And I was like, I'm not scared, I'm just grossed out.
Yeah.
That's definitely the one where I was like, I don't like Junji Ito.
I mean, that's fair. I'm not a big fan of the body horror either. I know some people are hardcore about that, but I'll pass usually. What do you get out of this?
I think it's
a straight fairy.
Yes.
So I was like, this is involved.
If it's not a gold rim chest, it's usually just a stray fairy. If it's a gold rim chest, it's usually a small key.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or like either the compass
or like
map,
a compass or whatever.
yeah, compass map or small key is exclusively the gold.
If I recall, in Ocarina of Time, the only chests that were different was the boss key and the dungeon item, right? Everything else
I think it was
brown.
just boss key.
Okay.
They had it like those brown chests.
But it was bigger.
It was just bigger.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm trying to... There's a stray fairy in that box, but I don't have bombs. I don't know where they drop them. I think I might be able to... We get to that platform... Oh, wait, no. We get to that platform by moving the moving block towards it. It was probably faster to recycle the room anyway. Okay. I think if I just jump off the platform... Or the cliff, I can probably do it with the bomb mask.
Why don't you set speed to like 250%?
I think I can
Then
do
you'll
this.
fly to it.
If I'm desperate. I just don't know where bombs drop. But I think with the bunny hood I'll be fine. Oh wait, right. You can't equip both. Alright, let's just see what happens.
Ooh, that looked pretty close.
I think I just did it too early. Nice.
The freaking hair physics on it's so weird.
And before it drops bombs right now. Nope.
Why have you not been getting any bombs?
I don't know. They just might not be programmed to like the drop table.
Yeah. This fall is shaping up to be a pretty big one. By the way, I'm very surprised. So far, we have more pre-orders for Pokemon for Switch 2 than Switch 1. I'm honest to goodness surprised by that. Because I mean, the install base for the Switch 1 is so huge. And I really thought that we're going to be selling more Switch 1 than Switch 2 ones, but I might be wrong.
Yeah?
I could totally be wrong there.
Alright. I want to...
And I assume Metroid Prime 4 is going to be announced at some point for this year. They keep saying this year.
Yeah, it should be this year, but...
So that's another really big release for the Switch 2 for them.
It was definitely one that I
both.
thought was going to be like August, but obviously it is not.
No, they would have announced it by now.
Yeah.
Pokemon is October, so they don't really have anything for November right now, like mid-November. I think Nintendo usually has a pretty big release in mid-November.
Yeah. Although I figured that'd be Pokemon. Or is Pokemon October?
Pokemon's October.
Okay.
It's not even really late October. I think it's mid-October. It's like the... Don't quote me on this, Pokemon fans. I know you're hardcore. Like the 17th or something like that. And there's no way with a new system out that Nintendo's going to be like... Oh yeah, we don't have a game coming out near Black Friday. There's no way.
Yeah, it seems likely that's going to be November. Unfortunate.
Can you not jump up those as Goron?
No, Goron can't do anything like that.
Wahey. My god. To be as annoying as possible. Wahoo. And then we get a new Resident Evil coming out early next year.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. As always, with things I'm looking forward to, I just do not look up anything about them, not a single thing. Because then I won't either be disappointed or hyped too much. Boy, Tatel's really telling you to go down at that one spot.
Yeah. For some reason, I was just talking about, this dungeon's easy, and now I can't remember what to do.
Mm-hmm. A likely story.
Right, let's try to go up over here.
Like, we just saw the movie 28 years later, today, and I somehow, it's been in theaters.
Oh, yeah. Well, I remember what to do.
It's been in theaters for like 3 weeks, and somehow I avoided all spoilers and all discussion on it. I don't know how. And it was very, very good. That's my spoiler-free review.
What movie?
28 years later. That's a zombie movie.
More like a Fartner movie.
God, I'm literally... I am seething. I'm so angry. I'm the Wojak that's smiling, but behind it, he's crying. That's me. Or smug Wojak, but behind
No,
it,
you're the one that's wearing like the smug mask, but then it's like red, like hot, like you're seething behind it.
Yes. And it's fun. I mean, the first movie, 28 Days Later, is pretty kino. The second one, 28 Weeks Later, is like fine. That's one of those, if I would tell you honestly, just watch the first 15 minutes of that one. It has an amazing opening, and then everything after that's whatever. But yeah, this one was really good, and it was a 2-hour movie too, which for like a horror/zombie movie, I was a little worried when I saw the runtime.
Oh my goodness! Oh my gracious!
You just don't want horror movies to be like 2.5 hours long. It's me. It looks literally just like me.
Why do you split up into being 3 little piece of crap?
Is that your favorite enemy trope in any game ever? Enemy defeated turns into 5 smaller versions of said enemy.
It truly is like pretty horrible.
We've said it before, but the worst enemy trope, it's a boss trope, of all time is when you don't fight the boss, but you fight all the underlings for the boss. Like the final boss of Batman Arkham Asylum. I'll never forget that. What an excellent game. And what a bad final boss. When Joker's just like, "Well, Batman. Well, Bats, what have you been doing the whole game? Fighting henchlings? I bet you want to fight 50 more of them right now." That was also the best Joker impersonation of all time.
Yeah, I feel as if like Western games especially are like just really bad at boss fights.
Yes, I agree. I think Western games and probably all games are getting really, really bad at video game endings. I don't remember the last time I saw an ending where I was like, "Sweet, this is cool, I like this." Wait, don't you have to punch the things?
No, we already did.
Ah.
Okay. So this one is normally like there's a Deku Scrub launcher, and you're supposed to like slowly come down. It's probably the most annoying stray fairy of the game. But if you have the bunny hood on and
times 30 or 1.3.
I don't think the speed necessarily matters because I remember watching this from someone else. But you can just jump to this.
Wow, and they even put it in a chest so you can't just break it. Wow.
And we're waiting until there's another straight... The last one is on the very bottom. But if we void out in the lava as Deku Link, we get respawned at the top entrance. So that's why I wait until, like, right now to do this fight.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So, I'm glad I didn't forget anything.
Bro, those flying skulls look exactly like the Avenged Sevenfold logo. Who stole off who?
When did Avenged Sevenfold form?
I don't think in like 2000. I think it was after that.
Nintendo's gonna sue them.
Let's find out. Uh-oh. 1999. Uh-oh. So Avenged Sevenfold was formed in 1999.
Ooh.
Nintendo, prepare thine butts to be sued. Could you imagine Nintendo being the company being sued? That would be a weird
They
world.
did get sued for some, like, specific patents. Like, I think there was, like, something about the Wiimote, like the gyroscope or something in the Wiimote that they got sued and lost the lawsuit, but then they refiled it, or, I forget what the word is. But when you, like, after the fact, contest it, and then you can, get
Appeal.
it... Yeah, you get it appealed. That happened to them twice. It was about the Wiimote, and then there's another one. I think it was something with the 3DS.
Huh.
The glasses free 3D in the 3DS, they got sued over, and they lost that one too, but they got appealed.
That's what you gotta love about the court system. As long as you have enough money, you can pretty much just keep appealing stuff forever until you get to, like, literally the Supreme Court. And they'll either be like, no, this isn't important, or they'll take it on. But that's literally, like, years down the line. Gotta love that court system. We did it, lads.
I mean, the court system's great. Just be a billion-dollar corporation. Although I think in both those cases it was like both like gigantic corporations.
Just corpse suing each other. Fun. Yeah, usually it's one of those things where, like, you as the small person, you look at it and you're like, do I just take the buyout, or do I, like, have to pay a lawyer for, like, years? And a lot of times it just works to just take the buyout. You're like,
yeah,
whatever.
That's definitely the worst part about our legal system. Just, like, making things go as slowly as possible, just to be like, hey, we're gonna make this as painful for you as possible.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't know why I talk about this guy so much, because I barely even follow him, but apparently Logan Paul and the CoffeeZilla case, he was, like, reported of saying, like, exactly that stuff, being like, we're gonna just, like, bankrupt CoffeeZilla with just, like, legal fees. We don't have to win, we just have to, like, bankrupt him. It's like, yep, Logan Paul, you're sure cool.
Very cool. Very cool. What are our thoughts on this boss?
It's alright, I'm gonna be cheesing it with arrows, though. Doing it as intended, it just feels so arbitrary when you get knocked out of, the Goron. Like, I don't know, it just feels so random.
What's the intended way to do this?
It's supposed to, you're supposed to be Goron Link and just, like, when you're, like, fully charged, you just, like,
Take a lot of damage, do
yeah, you just knock against him.
Link has literally no fear. He wasn't even knocked over. I think it was.
That was weird. Usually he'll do the bull thing and then you do get knocked over.
It's probably because you were right next to the wall.
Yeah.
Still, Link has no fear. A 20-foot tall bull is like...
What? That didn't kill him? I mean, he has the hero courage.
One last one.
I think doing the boss as intended is fine, but it does feel very random when you get knocked out of Goron Link charge mode. It just feels so arbitrary and so weird.
Oh, we get to hear the glorious giant sing. My favorite part.
Ho, 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 ho. Can we talk about how it's amazing how Koji Kondo made very iconic soundtracks for 2 games based off of 5 notes? It's just amazing that, like, not only did he do that, but, like, stuff like Zelda's Lullaby and Epona's Song and Saria's Song are not only just, like, amazing pieces, but have become, like, mainstays of the entire series, of, like, referencing them all the time. And it's based off of Link being able to play 5 notes.
That is true. I mean, there's a lot of songs that like da 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 da, like stuff that you just cannot forget.
Obviously, that's underselling it because when you're taking 5 notes, like there are some times when like the same 5 notes can be in like a different major key and then also in like a different minor key. So you can make stuff sound incredibly different even with 5 different notes. So it's not like everything is the same major key. But the fact that he was able to construct 2 games worth of soundtracks based off the same 5 notes is pretty crazy.
Do you have to have it be spring to do the sword stuff at the blacksmith? I kind of forget.
No, you can if you have the fire arrows, you can unfreeze the furnace. But obviously you can't do that until you finish Snowhead anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Makes sense, yeah.
But if you want to just reset... But the thing is that if you want the gilded sword, you need the gold powder, and the only way to get the gold powder is to finish Snowhead. So there's... You basically do have
to... don't forget to hand in your... don't forget to hand in your stray fairies.
What the hell is that noise?
Okay. Sorry, I left the door open because I was having trouble... Don't forget to hand your stray fairies.
Okay, I'll do that right now.
I wasn't able to close the door. It was being weird for me. My apologies. It's probably sanding.
There he is. We'll talk to him.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Okay, he doesn't thank you or anything. Does he say anything different as Darmani? Literally the same thing, but he just says, Darmani!
What am I doing sitting in a place like this? Gorons are wild, so like they have giants, like members of their species that are like 100 feet tall, and that's just the thing. Very interesting.
I guess they're just rocks that just accumulate. Like when you're a rock and you eat rocks, I guess you just gain mass.
True. Gib.
Alright, and we easily finished on the first day, so we can do the gilded sword stuff. But we'll do that next time, because this part's been very long. I was not planning to do Snowhead Temple at all.
Hey, it worked out. And it's green-haired waifu.
It's interesting that it's green, because usually Courage is green, and then Wisdom's blue. But her name was tinted blue, but she's green. Majora's Mask!
Quite literally 0 out of 10. Bye. If you reset time, is the Great Fairy put back?
Yeah, she's back in as stray fairies again.
Oh, so
if you get all the fairies and don't redeem the reward, you have to do it all again.
So to do the perfect game, quote unquote, you would have to collect every stray fairy too.
I guess so.
Oh, that tough.
Would be rough.
That's rough.
I think the first 3 temples are not too bad, but Stone Tower, very bad.
Talk about being able to do that on time. All right, guys. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. And